All right.
Okay, so welcome everybody. Today we have Ness Daniels, the super talented vocalist extraordinaire. That is a really solid addition to the synthwave community. I would argue, like sad girl synthwave. Would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Eryk. Anything else you want to say before we kick it off?
No, I oh, yeah. Check out our new merch store. There's a
Mm.
link all over our pages. Check it out. Our old one
Oh yeah.
sucked, so we made a new one.
Yeah, yeah. No, definitely. We added a couple graphic designs, so we wanted to put it on some bunch of new T-shirts and other merch. So yeah,
Yep.
but now that that's out of the way, but yes, Ness, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Thank you again for having me. But yeah, my name's Ness Daniels. I'm a synthwave producer and songwriter from El Paso, Texas, which is like right next to Juarez, Mexico. So I grew up here. I lived here, and I've always done music like my whole life. Like it's always been
Mm.
like ever since like I was 3, like I got put in piano lessons. I was always like when I was younger, I was always like writing music. I was always drawing myself like in a band and like singing.
Hmm.
And yeah, and then I joined band and then I joined choir in middle and high school and then I studied music in college. So it's been my whole life. But with synthwave and like synth music, like I really fell in love with it when I was 17 and I
Hmm.
was all like, I don't know, I think I want to do this and I want to make it and I want to write it. So yeah, and then I've just been doing that ever since.
That's very cool.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. So what musical projects are you currently involved in?
So currently I just have well this like the Ness Daniels,
Hmm.
it's like my stage synthwave name. And then here locally in town, I'm in a Deftones cover band. We're called
Oh,
Adrenaline. So those are my
neat.
only two. Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. I love playing with them. They're awesome. And yeah, and those are my only projects right now. I used to be in another local band here called Funeral Joke. They're more on like the doom rock, dark wave side.
Mm.
But so unfortunately, I'm no longer with them. But they're still
Mhm.
amazing.
Hmm.
So yeah, just Ness Daniels and then Adrenaline. But full time, I do the synthwave stuff. This project.
That's
Okay.
awesome. Cool.
What would you say are like some of your main like musical influences?
Well, if you
Tough
couldn't
question.
tell, yeah, I know, right? If you couldn't tell,
Yeah.
obviously, like synthwave, bands. When it comes to bands, it's the Midnight. Um, as you
Hmm.
can tell.
Yeah.
So
See some
yeah,
posters.
yeah. So it's them. They're like my top. Like ever since I heard them and I discovered synthwave, I'm like, whoa, that's something different.
Hmm.
My synthwave journey actually started with Stranger Things and the score and like hearing the score is so Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein, like I've heard their own project.
Hmm.
So they're a huge influence. But outside of this genre, I'm actually like a huge like metalhead. I'm very involved in like the goth scene here.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Oh.
so like I get influences from, post-hardcore, like movements, like Gideon, and then on the dark wave side, like The Cure, like Twin Tribes. So
Hmm.
it's all over. And
Yep.
then
Yep.
yeah, since I
Hmm.
studied classical, I try and do a form of like classical music theory in my songs. I try. It's not all
Hmm.
the time, but it's a little bit of everything except country.
Oh, yeah. Except for country. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that's crazy. That is a lot of different influences.
Yeah.
So yeah, like tell us about your latest single, "Running Waiting."
Mhm. Yeah, no, so that song, oh my God.
Hmm.
I actually made it like in this exact spot. Because I was going to, we have like a local synthesizer club here.
Oh, cool.
And
That's awesome.
and they were doing a showcase of like local synth artists. And I always do like whenever I have shows, like I feel like I always do like the same songs over and over. So I was all like, oh man, like it's the last synth club of the year. It was in December. I was like, I need something new. I don't wanna do like boring stuff. I wanna do something that's like high energy, like a high energy synth song that really is kind of like a mix of like Cobra Kai 80s martial arts training music,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
with I don't know, like Pat Benatar type style vocals. So 5 hours before that synth group event, I made Running Waiting. I'm like, like I'm just gonna try and um, see what comes up, what comes. And then
Mhm.
yeah, I
Mhm.
started at noon and then I finished at around 6 p.m. my time. And then I
Wow.
was all like, okay, like here's something. And it was just a rough draft. And then
Mhm.
I had with the songs about, I was going through like a situationship. So I was
Mhm.
all like, okay, well, this is going on. Why don't I just write it about them?
Yeah, yeah.
And then so it was just all these combined in like a short amount of time. And then I performed it at like, oh my god, at the synth club. And I don't know, I didn't think it was bad. I
Mhm.
don't think it sounded bad.
Mhm.
I really didn't tweak anything from that time to the time we recorded it. In fact, I tweaked nothing
Oh,
except
wow.
took off the drums and let my drummer Brian do the drum part. But I performed it, and then after like I sung like the waiting at the end, like it was just dead silence for like 10 seconds. And it was just like stares, like just like
Mhm.
when people are like blinking and you can hear them blink. And then finally some guy was like, "Eso, like let's go." And then I was like, okay, like I think it's good. But it was crazy. So that's that story. And then
Oh, wow.
I was all like, the more I like performed it for my live shows, I was like, it's actually a pretty decent song, because it was just gonna be a whatever. It
Mhm.
was just gonna be like, it's something for synth club, like it's high
Mhm.
intense, like it's a whatever song. And then the more like Brian and I would play it live, the more it's like, this is kind of good. And then he changed up the drum pattern, he created his own thing, and I was like, you know what? I think I want this to be our first song in like an actual
Mhm.
studio with like professional equipment, a professional engineer who's actually my friend.
Mhm.
And yeah, and so it just kind of came together there.
Wow, that's crazy. So you were able to just kinda, like, get the rough draft, the skeleton in just, like, half a day, and
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
incredible. Wow.
Yeah, it's just my brain just works so fast. Like
Mm.
there's some songs where like I do and I'm like, and they take more than one day.
Mhm.
But like when I produce and I have an idea, I'm like, I need to finish it, because if I don't finish it, it's gonna go away.
Oh,
Uh,
interesting.
Not all the time, but
Mhm.
usually when I'm creating a song, I'm like, I have to finish it the day of, no matter how long it takes. Even if it sounds rough or like
Mhm.
Mhm.
weird, I'm gonna finish it, because then I'm gonna lose it.
Okay.
So yeah, but that doesn't happen all the time. But with Running Waiting, it for sure happened. I was like, I need it by tonight. I need it for the Synth Club, because I'm tired of doing the same music. So I
Mhm.
was like, no distractions.
Yeah. Well, maybe sometimes it's good to have a dedeadline, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh, that's interesting. So, what was it like shooting the video for that?
It was really fun. It was really good. It was like one of the best days I think I've had of the entire year. So it was, well, with my bandmates, because it's not just a solo project anymore. I got Brad, Nate to come along, my guitarist, and we did it at the music studio I teach her locally. It's
Mhm.
called the Melody Factory.
Mm.
And so yeah, and then we just found some random room
Yeah.
in the back that was just like a storage, and we cleared it out for the shoot. And I got David Corral, which was the director. He's like an amazing local photographer and videographer here. And yeah, and we just made room, we did the lighting, and I just wanted it to be simple. I didn't want it to
Yeah.
be like a music video where it's like it tells a story. I'm like, no, we're just gonna keep it
Mhm.
simple for this song at least. And it was fun. Like, Brian brought his little dog Koji, and that was super cute. And I don't know, yeah, it was super fun. Like, Brian like did this whole like kung fu
Yeah.
routine
Mhm.
that he
Mhm.
did, because I was like, okay, we should do like a training montage and stuff. So we tried to do that. And yeah,
Mhm.
I just wanted to keep it simple, and it wasn't really stressful. It was just like us chilling and
Yeah.
having a good time and just being goofy, because I
Mhm.
know how we get. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it was really fun. I had a great time, and I can't wait to shoot another one, honestly.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I actually watching it, I was thinking like this looks also, fun to make, but also like, not super high budget,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like just like having fun. Yeah, in like an empty room, like you said, with like fun lighting and just like
Mhm.
couple little props and, fun like, video game fighter moves and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was yeah, I thought it was just like a lot of yeah, it was fun to watch for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about the artwork for the single "Running and Waiting."
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
it just kind of like I knew it like when I heard the song,
Yeah.
because my artwork in my previous songs has just been like me taking pictures with my phone and then putting like a VHS filter on them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So from my album to like the singles I released before that, it was just pictures with my phone, because like I mean I could afford more, but I was all like, no, I'm not gonna pay for artwork or this and that, and it's fine, like it got the job done.
Mhm.
But I wanted, after I released that album, I wanted to like step into like a new era with my synthwave.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I thought like, okay, like if I'm gonna do this differently and not do like the typical taking pictures with my phone, like I think the art has a lot to do with it.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
got this guy on Instagram. His name's Blazer. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's called his name is Blazer 80s. He used to be called Cold Heart 80s.
Okay.
And I've always loved his artwork, like for the years I've been following him. So
Mhm.
I was all like, oh, I think he should make it. So I was like, just have fun, do whatever. As long as it shows like a girl running on like the Tron grid, and it looks synthwave, like I'm totally okay with that. And
Nice.
then he came up with, the current one. There was a few before, but I'm like, it's not quite. But
Mhm.
then when he did that one, I was like, yeah, that's the one. So it
Nice.
was just simple. I was like, yeah, just draw a girl
Running.
running and on the grid and make it look synthwave, and then that's
Yeah.
what came, and it's perfect. Like I love it.
Yeah. Mission
Mhm.
accomplished. I mean, it does. So yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite, and I think that's the direction I want to go is, getting actual artists
Mhm.
Right.
to do my cover art for my music from now on,
Mhm.
instead of me just taking pictures. Like it's cool, like it gets a job, but that's more of the direction I want to go, is
Mhm.
just getting more local artists involved and giving them a platform as well, because they're so
Mhm.
talented.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we are both very much in support of like, yeah,
Mhm.
supporting other artists, visual artists, supporting musical artists and vice versa. So
Well,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, obviously we support musical artists.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, a little anti AI,
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
no, I am too. It's totally cool. Everybody's, um, that's your thing. But for me personally, I just believe in just actual like human
Yeah.
artwork, and everything's AI these days. So I just want
Hmm.
to like make sure they don't lose their voice. Actual
Mm,
Right.
human artists don't lose their voice in this like noise of AI.
yeah. No, we appreciate that. So awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Hmm.
All right. So, you recently released a 4-track EP, which is the Lost Tracks from your Night album.
Mhm.
Okay, so tell us about that.
Yeah, so that was just kind of like unexpected. It's because it was around the time when the ice raids were happening in Los Angeles.
Mhm.
And I'm from a border town. I'm third generation Mexican American. So when I saw that, I was like, I have a platform. Like I just felt so helpless. I'm like, these people are suffering. I need to do
Mhm.
something. So I was like, should we do an acoustic EP of the songs? Like, what should I do? And I was looking on my phone, and I had these like just tracks just sitting around. And I remember I would think, man, like this should have been on the album, but it just didn't make it, you know. So I was like, okay, like it's something. Maybe I could do that. So 3 of them are actual songs. One's just a slowed and reverb version
Mm-hmm.
of my song Club 69, but I think it sounds cool.
Yeah.
But the other 3 songs, yeah, they were just kind of sitting around in my phone, and just one day I was like, okay, let me re-record the vocals. I'll mix and master it. I'm not an engineer, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll try and do my best and mix and master it on my own. And
I mean,
then
it's
I
definitely
did,
not
and I was
bad.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
I try. You know, I'm not
Mhm.
the best, but it got the job done for sure.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, so I put it out, and it was just a way to raise funds for this law center in Los Angeles who's helping immigrants and who's helping those being wrongfully detained. So
Mm.
that's why I released it. So hopefully it's doing
Awesome.
well still.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is absolutely awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. I just believe, you know, if you have a platform, I learned it from Star Wars, you know, like if you have a platform and if someone needs help, like
Mhm.
you should help them. So I just, you know, that's really important to me. So I don't want to be one of those artists that's like, well, yeah, whatever. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna do music and get fame and get clout. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, like that's nice, but
Mhm.
I believe you should help others with your platform. So that's all I try and I want to do with this stuff, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So when we're reading up on you, we found you're signed to Retro Synth Records.
Yes.
How is it working with them? You know, how'd you get signed with them?
Yeah, no, they're great. I had been in contact with Dan for like a little over a year, or either a year or under or over. I'm not too sure. And they just kind of, I think at the beginning of the year of this year, they took me in. It was either the end of last year slash beginning of this year. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go with you. Like, you guys are great. I love everything that they do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they really find ways to help distribute their artists and give their artists like a proper platform, whether it's like through interviews, through helping out with merch,
Mhm.
you know, promotion and making little edits and stuff. Like they always find ways to help their artists, and I love that and I admire that. Um, and I don't know, like they're great. Like I really am grateful for my label. Like they've helped me a lot because you know I have my guys and then I have them, but I'm just so used to like micromanaging and like doing everything by myself.
Mhm.
So having that extra hand and distribution, um, you know, just growing the our platform, they're amazing at that. So I'm very thankful.
That's cool. Yeah, I know. I a lot of other artists that I follow are also on that label. So I mean, I imagine that, it's got to be helpful for sure.
Oh yeah, a lot. Like it's better than me just kind of like trying to do stuff on my own. Like I mean,
Right.
I would consider like I do music full time, but then I work 2 other jobs just to, you know, help with bills and stuff. And
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
though working those 2 jobs and then doing music full time, it can be a lot.
Yeah.
So I love the extra hand for sure.
No, absolutely, definitely. So, I know that I believe you just had a show this past weekend. Do you have any other upcoming shows in the work?
Right now, like with my guys, no, I have like
Mhm.
a DJ set in
Mhm.
October.
Okay.
Because I DJ here and there. I'm not the
Mhm.
best, but like I don't know. It gets the job done.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
right now I'm not really prioritizing playing live too much.
Okay.
Just because I think one thing we were discussing after the show on Saturday is we just want to get really tight, like
Mm.
as a band, and also just grow an audience outside of El Paso. Because
Mm.
I used to play shows like before, I want to say in May, I used to play shows like twice a month.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Um, just a lot of shows, and I'm grateful for it. But I got really sick in March, and it kind of took a toll on my voice. So
Mhm.
Oh.
I was like, you know, like I love playing live, but I don't think I can do it that often. You know, like
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
a blessing it is, but I right now I like I want to focus, and I think my guys could say the same about just, getting our name out there that's not just here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
Gotcha.
I do like I love playing live. I want to plan something in October because like I love Halloween. But I don't know. We'll see. Like it's not not in like a bad way, but it's just not a priority right now. But eventually it will
Gotcha.
be.
Yeah, yeah, it seems like physically taxing, you know what I mean? Just to be out
Yeah.
there singing for however long. Yeah. Especially
Right.
like multiple times in a month. So, yeah.
hmm
I couldn't do it. Um so okay, kind of along those lines then, thinking more long term, what are some festivals that you'd love to play? Maybe like down the line.
Um,
Mhm.
well, a big one like currently is definitely Neotropolis. Because I
Yeah, yeah.
love cyberpunk. Like obviously, I love that
Mhm.
aesthetic. Um, and it would just be like amazing. Like being like my teacher Rob, he talks about it a lot in our
Mhm.
lessons about just training uh your voice for that. And
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
think like wow, if I could train my voice to be that good in the desert. I mean, it's pretty dry here, so I guess I'm a
Mhm.
little bit more used to it, but in the
Yeah, yeah.
straight up like dirt like
Desert.
desert
No
with like
atmosphere. Yeah, you need like
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
winds and stuff,
Yes,
and it's
yes.
cold at
The
night.
dust and the sand, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm like if I could train myself to like sing in that, like I feel like, it would it's like all right, then I can really sing anything or like sing wherever. But
Yeah.
also just the aesthetic, like it's like that's my thing and being able to like share synthwave and to share music and with other people who feel like the same way about like cyberpunk and that whole culture as I do, like it would just be amazing. So that's a big one right now.
Yeah.
And then just dressing up too. I used to do cosplay, so getting to dress up like that would be great. But I think outside of Neotropolis, like I just want to play any festival. Like maybe
Mhm.
I don't want to be basic and say Coachella, but like any festival. There used to be one called Darker Waves, but they
Oh,
only
yeah.
had it 1 year, and I remember the year they had it, I was like, why did they get rid of it? That would have been so cool to play. But
Mhm.
if they ever
Yeah.
bring it back, I would love to play that. Like anything that's like, dark wave, synth wave,
Mhm.
bass, 80s bass, like that's a huge goal. But
Mhm.
either just any festival, and I'm sure my band can say the same. Like I would just love to play
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. I feel like there was once something, maybe it's in Florida now, Neon Retro Wave.
Oh, Neon
Um,
Retro Fest.
Neon Retro, yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That too. That one's a bit like I would love to play that. I know it went away for a bit, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna come back, and
Mhm.
I would love like that would be like heaven right there. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
mhm.
totally. Yeah, Eric and I are big thing. We're East Coast based, and our big one is Dark Force Fest,
Oh, okay.
and that I gotta say they're pretty like inclusive. Like I think that you
Mhm.
would fit, your
Oh,
aesthetic
absolutely. I
and
mean, it does
yeah,
everything from just synthwavy to like metal.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, 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 absolutely. Especially your look and everything. I'm
Right.
thinking like, some of your more post punky songs,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
dark wave would. I mean, it would be a perfect fit
It
in my
would.
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah, but that's a big festival. My God. Um,
It really is.
yeah, it's kind of getting too big. You didn't hear me say that.
No, we would never say
It is.
something like that.
No.
Yeah.
Uh,
No. No worries.
yeah, nobody. Jet's not going to listen to this. Oh, okay. So it's kind of switching gears a little bit. So who would be your dream collaboration? Like who? Yeah.
Oh my god, it's kind of weird because I mean, obviously, like outside in synthwave, it would be the Midnight, like for sure.
Okay. Cool.
But outside of synthwave, um, I don't think this is kind of unexpected, but I've gotten really into like regional Mexican music
Okay.
lately,
Okay.
and there's a band called Grupo Frontera, and I love their music. Like I don't know, there's just something about them. They did a NPR Tiny Desk concert, and I saw it, and I'm like, you're so different. I don't know, there's just something different about you, and I was like, how cool would it be to like I don't know, sing with them or like have them on like a synthwave track.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably, I mean, the Midnight and Grupo, like I would
Mhm.
say them for sure. That's my
Okay.
dream collab.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I guess, you could always reach out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they've gotten pretty famous, not gonna lie, but
Oh, okay.
one day,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. So you mentioned a little bit about your local scene in El Paso. So what is your local scene like, and do you have anything to compare to like in other areas? You just say like what's the synthwave scene like where you are?
It's pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
As far as synthwave goes, I would honestly say it's pretty small. Like, I guess I'm categorized with like the goth
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
bands and the dark wave bands here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very small.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all very supportive. Like the guys that I had at my show, which is Atamar and Ashton.
Mm-hmm.
They do synth, they do dark wave, they do synth
Mhm.
wave,
Mm-hmm.
and they're amazing. It's just it's small, but it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely growing. Like the shows that I've played, like I've had people come and they're like, I've never heard this something like this before,
Mhm.
but
Oh
it's
wow.
cool and it's different. And I'm like, yeah, like that's all I want is just to just play good music and for it to like help people.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it helps you have a good time, if you're dancing, if you're jamming out to it, like that's all I want. So it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely small, but we're very supportive of each other.
Mm-hmm.
With other bands here, even bands who like aren't in the same genre
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
as myself and Brand and Nate and I. We're just very supportive. It's like with my other band with Funeral Joke, like I don't we're kind of too they're more leaning towards the heavier side, like
Mhm.
doom rock side.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but every time I try and go to a show of theirs whenever I can.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my other friends, they're in a band called Saving Bandit. They're like ska. I love
Okay.
going out to their shows and just kind of moshing. So it's a very supportive scene. Like everybody jams out to each other, and I think that's like super cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, it does seem like Texas, and again, I don't want to group Texas a
No,
very big
no, no, it's
state,
okay.
Right.
but I'm always impressed. Like yeah, Twin Tribes is a good example, but like
Hmm.
Night Rituals is a band,
Yeah. Yes.
guy that I've been getting into a lot lately, and I'm thinking I can't remember if Urban Heat is also from Texas, but I mean,
Yeah, they are.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've met them.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a lot of amazing. Again, Texas is a big state, so it makes sense that there would be a lot
Mhm.
of great music coming out of that part of the country. But I'm always so impressed with them. Just like, man, I got to get down there for some
Mhm.
Yeah.
shows, just because it does seem like it has an amazing scene.
Yeah, no,
Honestly.
it does for sure. I mean, here, like in West Texas, it's a little different,
Hmm.
but like I'm grateful for it. Eventually, like we want to do like a little tour, like to San
Hmm.
Antonio and Houston and maybe like the Valley.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, like in West Texas, like the synthwave,
Hmm.
dark wave
Mhm.
scene. Uh, it's not that big. I know my friend David in Atamad, like he does this thing called Border Wave where they do
Hmm.
like dark wave and synthwave bands in Juarez.
Oh, cool.
So it's growing just slowly but surely.
Yeah. You just need the people to like kind of push it along, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so far it's very positive. So
Mhm.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, I know you kind of mentioned this a little bit, but I'll ask it again. What are some of the challenges that you run into as a musician?
well, I think like the biggest one, I mean, I don't want to like be be this type of person, but I think I
Mhm.
am is um it's hard being a female synthwave artist.
Yeah.
Cuz I see a lot where I'm like, okay, like this person is like, we're going through the same routes, I'm doing the same things they're doing. But why is everybody else, not necessarily like listeners, but like just other
Mhm.
promoters and stuff, where Like, why are they eating up this person, but yet not me? Like, why am I feeling like I'm left behind?
Mm.
And I don't know, it's just me getting like that, but it's definitely a challenge. Because I see things and I'm like, damn, like, is it because I'm a girl, or is it because I'm
Right.
a woman and I'm a female producer? Because there's a lot of female vocalists in synthwave, but there's not a lot of female producers.
Mm.
And it's just, I'm like, okay, like, is it because I'm a girl, or like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So that's definitely a challenge. You know, I think another challenge is like my style. It's not very commercial. It's not what everybody's used to, and I'm totally okay with that. But I do get rejected from a lot of playlists and a lot of I guess promotions, just because it's like, oh, well, we're looking for. I recently got told, well, with Running Waiting, like, oh, we can't add you to this playlist because we're looking for someone with more of that typical commercial female voice. And I'm like, okay,
What?
like, okay, like, I know exactly what they're talking about. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
but
That's a
And
shame.
yeah, then I try and mix you know, my goth and my dark wave influences with my synth wave influences. And that's another challenge, is sometimes I run into where someone's only looking for one or the other. Oh no, you're too goth to be synth wave, or you're too synth wave to be goth. And I'm just
come on.
like, what do you want?
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
so, but I'm like, it used to bug me, but now I'm like totally okay with, because I'm like, no, this is what's gonna set us apart.
Yeah.
Is not sounding like everybody else. I don't want to make music that's, you know, like, oh, it all sounds the same. You know, I don't want to do that.
Right.
Like, I'm open to very experimental styles, experimental things. And whoever likes it likes, and whoever doesn't, like, that's totally cool. Um, but that's, I would say those two is just like, sometimes I feel like being a girl, I'm like, okay, just a lot of guys, which is totally fine, you know, but
Yeah.
it's just like, but why am I struggling a little bit more?
Right.
And then, yeah, it's just that. It's like, oh, well, we want someone that's a little bit more toned down. I know how I write, you know, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, it's totally fine. I'm like, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's totally okay, but it will with someone who needs it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I think it's unfortunate where these people who are, very narrow-minded, they want to put artists into different boxes. Like, you are just this genre and this genre. You can't cross over. No, we can't have that. Yeah. So, but I appreciate that. I mean, like, listening to your album, it's nice. It's nice that it jumps around different genre styles, and I think
Like, if
other people.
we listen to your new single, like, oh, this is good. And then we dug deeper and listened to your album. It's like, oh, we hear some post punk. We really,
Yeah, I know, and I think that your audience would appreciate that. So,
Yeah. And
I
I
don't know.
definitely don't want to lose that. Like, I I really want to be typical retro, you know, nostalgic, but I don't want to lose the post-punk sound. I don't want to lose the dark wave sound, and
Yeah.
that's something my band and I were discussing, is, you know, like, we're just going to incorporate different ways on how to tie all of that in, and I know it will work out.
Yeah. Yeah. I trust the trust the process. I think
Yeah.
you're on a good path. But yeah.
All right. So this one's a little bit off the wall, but it's
Yeah.
my favorite question.
No, it's okay.
If you were an ice cream, what flavor would you be and why?
That's a great question. There's an ice cream that I get for Halloween at Cold Stone, like, almost every year, and it's like a black ice cream. I don't know what it is, and but they mix it, like, you can mix it with stuff.
Oh, I wonder if it's
And
like charcoal or something.
yeah, I don't know what it is, but I would say that one, because I think my style is like very dark or alternative. But yet, like, because I think one time I mixed it with like M&Ms or something, but then I'm like, oh, but it's colorful, because I don't know, I have spots of color in my life, and then I'm also really tattooed on my right side, so I'm like, yeah, it represents my tattoo. So I don't know, I would say that one.
Okay, awesome.
A Halloween ice cream for sure.
All right.
I love
I
that.
dig it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. What social medias are you on? Where can people follow you?
Oh, I'm on all social media like
All right.
Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, except for X or Twitter. I'm not on there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Facebook is just my personal page, but I mean, I don't really post anything personal. It's under my real name. I just post like Ness Daniels stuff at this point or Star Wars stuff
Okay.
with my
Nice.
cosplay group. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, I'm on all social media, TikTok. We're trying to grow the YouTube a bit.
Hmm.
Brian and I are working on some vlogs. So yeah, just everywhere, just not X.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Great. I'm gonna send you a friend request.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Nice.
you.
Nice. Nice.
All right. And the last thing I've got is what message do you have for anybody who watches this?
Oh, yes. Yes, I would love to send a message. My message that I have for anybody that's watching is that, if you're being called in your heart to like do something, if you have a dream about something and you feel like, oh, my purpose on earth is to do this, is to do that, like just go for it, like that's one thing I've learned with this project is I've always felt like a calling to do music, to have a band. And I mean, I struggle with doubt like every single day. I'm 26 and I'm working this day job, but I'm like, no, because it's a blessing, because it's supporting my music, and I know I'm meant to be where I'm at for a reason.
Mhm.
So that's all I have to say is just trust the process. Like, don't worry. Like, everything's gonna work out, and that's something I've been learning through this synthwave journey is that everything is going to work out according like as it should. Just don't worry about it. Just trust.
I like that.
So,
That's a
yeah.
great. That's a great message.
It is.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun, and we definitely appreciate you doing this.
No, thank you guys so much for having me, and to Rob for just introducing me to you guys. I'm really glad, I get to talk to more people, so it's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Awesome. Well, thank you again, and we're just gonna say goodbye to our audience now. And
Yes,
yeah. Yeah.
bye.
Follow Ness on all the
Yes.
socials.
Follow.
Yes, I
Yeah.
follow them too.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.